Hello and welcome to another Havoc Sons video. This is the Tandy Sensation. I think this is the version 1. This is the computer that was designed by Paul. The last interview I just did. And it was given to me by Mark. Mark was one of the buyers for Radio Shack. Very interesting how all that works. And if you watch my first video, my first interview with Paul, you'll get the gist of how that all happens. Why there's buyers, why there's engineers, and how Tandy itself as its own company is different and separate from Radio Shack. So today I'm going to be trying to get this Tandy Sensation up and running. I believe the email that I got from Mark was that it had a bad power supply. I could quickly check that right now. I'm going to go get a power cord and plug it in, and just without even turning on, plugging in any of the peripherals, we're just going to see if the power supply fires up. So hold tight for that. Well, let's see what we got. Oh yeah. There's definitely something wrong there. Now, I'm not very familiar with how this comes apart, but if I recall, it was pretty much made to be quickly disassemblable. And that's pretty quick. Over there. So, if you haven't been inside one of these, that's your hard drive. And here's your floppy. And that's the multimedia CD-ROM. So here's, I think, is our culprit. I think the power supply is a little bit lacking for voltage. They all tend to do this with age. Let's see what happens when we take some of the peripherals out. Well, that's interesting. I wonder... Oh. This may be a safety switch. No, let's reset. I'm wondering if it has a intrusion. Because now we're not getting anything out of that thing. Well, I don't see any kind of buttons or sensors here that would, like a switch for intrusion So I think what's happening now is what we saw earlier is the power supply giving out its final last breath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the power supply and let's take a look inside. Well, so far, I really like the design of the case. I mean, as far as how easy it is to disassemble the system. Let's take a look for anything visual, which I doubt I'm going to be able to see anything visual. I see here that the fuse is intact. All the caps look good. I don't see anything bulging here. The transistors against this heatsink seem to be okay. There are no physical signs that I can see that would show this board to be defective. Where's Paul when you need him? Well, it's definitely dead in the water now. Let's take a closer look at that fuse. You can see clearly, I don't know if you're getting a good focus, but the bubble is still in the center, or a rise on the little line for the fuse. That fuse is still good. Why is the board loose? That's interesting. Board just pops right out, huh? Looks like it might just do that. Well, before I go any finer into this and start testing out each of the components, I'm going to go take a look. I have a couple other power supplies from other systems. I'm going to see if they're similar. See if I might be able to temporarily use one of those. What I found interesting was there didn't seem to be any bolts holding the power supply to the chassis. Wow. The fan looks like they glued it in at the bottom. Dude, it looks like there was, yeah, see, some double-sided tape for the fan. Interesting. I can see no tracers. Wow, wait a minute. What's going on here? What's that all about? Just right along this line and right in here. It looks like something spilt on it. right, follows it right in here, goes along in there. Interesting. So I just did a little cleaning, little minor cleaning, and what I found was, I'm working with limited amount of tools because I haven't unloaded everything. But when I just tried to swipe around, it doesn't look like there's any more copper leading into the. So whatever this stuff was, my guess was someone spilt a Coke or something like that, coffee or whatever, anything that would be abrasive to electronics. But it seems like, wow, it kind of looks like it ran over into here. The board does feel a little bit sticky, and it feels sticky there, so I'm probably going to have to wash it all off really good and maybe retrace everything. So we may not have any defective components. We just could have all the leads on the board could have just been eaten away. I remember the conversation I had with Paul where he said that he used to trace these boards in the back bathroom of a tire shop. Come on, Paul, we need you now. Okay, so for now, I think I'm going to just stop here because I don't have any other tools to go any further. I'm going to have to go get stuff because everything is still in storage. But I think I know what's wrong with this board. So for now, this is going to be part 1. I may also check to see if I have another power supply that has the same values, watts out and stuff, because I'm sure that this board is sensitive to this particular type of power supply. And I'll check. But till then, I think this is going to be it for now. Thanks for watching.